Multiverse. And it's time for some Infernal affairs. So, challenge mode Apostate, and overall this isn't really anything to worry about. I mean, the channel already has ultimate mode Apostate, so this is kind of a step down. Anyway, you'll kind of see what I mean as the game goes. So I have to put out a little bit of a disclaimer before we start. I may have people checking in as this goes. This is going to be a long game, by the way. And as a result, I don't know if I'm going to be able to constantly talk, but there will probably be periods where I may not be able to explain stuff. It's just after like the 4th or so round, it should just be me trying to pound the relics while whittling away at his HP. But anyway, she despised this place. It was unholy, unclean, wrong. She had chosen her teammates only reluctantly. This fight could not be won without aid, and yet, to meddle with dark magic was to flirt with the enemy, not to mention the possessed man they call Writhe. No, stop, focus. They are not your enemy. The deceiver must be stopped. He is twisting your thoughts. Hold on to your faith. Steel yourself. So, this requires Infernal relics for Apostate, Vengeance for the environment, and Vengeance for Sentinels, and then Villains of the Multiverse for the environment. So challenge mode Apostate, I'll show his text in a moment, but we have Fanatic, probably my least favorite of her variants. all of her cards, that is. Scholar of the Infinite, who's actually really good here. Night Mist, who's always fun to play. And then the Southwest Sentinels. So notice this is not a random game, we're going to jump in. Like I was saying, it's not too difficult, it just takes a while. You and I, we are the same. Join in my crusade of truth, my child. Your lies cannot save you from your preordained end, foul one. So, the big thing about challenge mode is he's the Demon Lord. Whenever a Demon card enters play, he's going to play the next card of his deck. That applies to both sides, so just be aware. Now, in order to kill him, you have to wipe out his HP without any, Actually, I don't know if that'll work. Actually, yeah, I think it will. Since he's gained Restored, I was wondering, can the heal block on the environment actually stop him? I'm not entirely sure, but since it's not saying heal, it says Restore, I think he can get around it. But anyway, you have to knock out all of his HP while there are no relics on the field. At the end of the turn, he's going to hit someone for 2 melee and 2 infernal damage. On the flip side, he'll deal 2 melee and heal for hero plus 2. So out comes Condemnation, that's part of his setup, and then his first play will be, you guessed it, Remorseless Provocation. So he hits everyone for 3 damage, or no, he hits Scholar for 3, since he has the most HP. Now comes the Apocalypse. And then since Fanatic's the highest, she gets hit, and then the Condemnation hit hits Scholar. So if you're not familiar with Apocalypse, destroys everything other than character cards and relics. So Condemnation is a relic, but so is Absolution. So we're going to play this. And then the relic, I believe, is going to heal, so we're going to hit him. We get the Nemesis bonus, which is pretty nice. We get Wrathful Retribution. Unfortunately, that's not as helpful here because the environment's going to nullify radiant damage, so that's not really anything. But in the meantime, we will do Flesh to Iron. And then we will channel. So we'll deal ourselves 1 damage, which will be blocked by the flesh, and then we can send that into Apostate. We can't get Condemnation because it's going to get nullified. Condemnation has 1 point of damage reduction. Anyway, for Night Mist, we need to deal with the Apocalypse before we lose anything. So we're going to play Planar Banishment. We're going to take 4 damage for it. But we can pop this, and we live to suck another day. So I'm going to go ahead and take the damage here because I need to draw some cards. We can heal as long as that 1 environment card doesn't come out. We got another Planar Banishment, but most importantly of all, we got the Amulet of the Elder Gods. So here's the fun part. We start with Caligula's form, we have a team communication, we also have unique capabilities. So the question is, which one do you play first? The answer is unique capabilities. And we're going to get Aura of Vision. Lo and behold, we drew unique capabilities, which we're going to use to get Hippocratic Oath. So now we're going to play Team Communications. We drew Sentinel Tactics, but we also drew Team Communication. We play that one. We drew Unique Capabilities, and you guessed it. Let's get our chain. And now we're going to play Caligula's Form just so we have all of the signature cards out. Keep in mind, Caligula's I don't think is as important at the moment, so you could delay that if you wanted to play Sentinel Tactics. It's just we're going to use Writhe for most of this game to discard from Apostate's deck. So we can get rid of this Orb of Delirium. That's going to make dealing with some of his relics later on a lot easier. Thing is, you do need to be careful around the relic spirits since they will revive those. Then we'll give 1 point of healing to Fanatic, Scholar of the Infinite, and Night Mist. Very big turn for the Sentinels. Out comes Hunter Fuel Pit. Fallen Angel. He hits everyone and heals his relics. So I guess Caligula's would help here. Gets redirected into him. So Condemnation will get healed if you actually hurt it. And unfortunately, Scholar will take Condemnation damage. It's just instead of him dealing 7 damage per turn, now it's only 1. So hopefully you'll see why I really do like the Flesh to Iron Scholar more than the Form to Energy one. Even more so since this will block your healing. So anyway, we will play the Aegis here just simply because I don't really have much else to do. But now it's safe to start pounding on Condemnation. In reality, I could probably actually leave it alone. So we're going to play Get Out of the... We're going to discard that, then we'll bring what we need so we can get another Flesh to Iron. So we're going to go ahead and draw that. We will draw Don't Dismiss Anything, and we'll leave the Transmutation for later. As for Night Mist, we want to get the Amulet out so we don't take as much damage. We're going to damage ourselves, wink wink. We'll get rid of the Astral Premonition and the Mistfield Recovery, because I want to call forth eventually. We'll steer this into him. Infernal damage is going to be amplified later, so Night Mist is going to really do a number on people with her Oblivion, if you let her. As for the card draws, normally you can give this to Night Mist so that you have cards to discard, but the other thing is you could give this to Fanatic to try to get to some of her more worthwhile cards. I'm going to give it to Fanatic in the meantime. We got Chastise, which isn't that great, but eventually he's going to pull some imps, and I need some fodder to discard in the meantime. So we'll play Sentinel Tactics. We will go ahead and hit him. Gives me another power play, which I will use to manipulate his deck. And there's the Gauntlet of Perdition. So we're actually going to put this on top of his deck because that's kind of harmless. We want to heal the Idealist because she's going to be kind of low. We're going to leave Mainstay alone because I actually want him to be the lowest. Unfortunately at 12 he's going to have more than Idealist at full, so just be aware of that. Infecting an Air. So that means the vampire targets are going to attack the thing with the lowest HP, which is going to be this Gauntlet. Meanwhile, Scholar's going to block that, but he's going to take 1 point of damage from the Absolution. And Absolution alone. So right here we can use Sanctifying Strike. We're going to go ahead and use that on Apostate, since that'll get through his damage reduction. That gets his Zealous offense. And I need to get Zealous in play for when he plays an Imp, because I can throw it away, since it's not going to help much here. And I'm just going to whittle him down. So I'm going to get rid of Solid to Liquid. We will play Flesh to Iron. And I'm going to bring what I need, because I need some cards in order to sustain these. So I want to know when to hold fast and keep moving in case I want to discard one of these and draw the other Flesh to Iron. The thing is, that will weaken your channel, so just be aware. Meantime, we're going to play the Elder Ring, which is going to amplify her damage by 1 point. Then we can Investigate. I'm going to get rid of Heedless Lash and Scouring Mists. So I can send this into the Condemnation for 2, which I may as well do. I don't have to worry as long as he doesn't pull a Relic Spirit. But anyway, we now have a Call Forth, well, we have a card that's worth 4. gonna have Mainstay use this since he deals the most. And I'll have Condemnation low enough in case I need to kill him. Okay, I can talk a bit more. So I can't channel this turn, but I got a bunch of cards, which is sustain my elementals for some time. We'll go ahead and put Night Mist top card into play, even if it hits her. Oh my god. So I can redirect this. That could have been really, really painful. So I'm going to get rid of Enlightenment and Mistbound. And yeah, we'll just throw it into him. So the main thing we have to watch out for is the relics. The demons themselves aren't as much of a problem. Let's just be aware that the some of the demons can bring back the relics, like the relic spirit. So anyway, there goes his junk. Let's peek at what's here. We're gonna just trash the imp right off the bat. It's gonna protect my equipment at the very least. And I'm going to do the tome next turn. I want to call forth for 4 relics. That way I just have fodder to discard to redirect. I got a Star Shield necklace, which is kind of nice. It's just it's not going to be as helpful when we are no longer able to heal. So we want to discard 2. We're going to get rid of the Elder Ring since I can't use multiples. They're limited. Crud, I pushed the wrong button. I meant to peek at his deck. So I could play this. Unfortunately, we're going to take some damage here when Idealist gets hit by Matron Urtzi. So we're just going to trash the Scouring Mists. I can't really rewind since this is a one-shot. As for who we're going to heal, we'll heal Doc. If you don't know, the infecting air thing is whenever a character card is bitten, it's gonna go off. So Profane Summons is going to bring out his relics, Periapt, Effigy, and Tome, I believe. Yeah, and then the Effigy is going to bring out the runes, which are really annoying. As for the card we're going to destroy, that's why I played Zealous Offense. So the runes give 2 points of damage reduction to everything out there. But the good news is I can kind of backdoor this a bit. So you want to make sure you have a final dive, and then I can use this to destroy the Periapt, throw the Periapt into the Tome, and then cleave the Tome with your Absolution. That brings out Condemnation, but that's nowhere near as bad as it used to be. Like, right now I'm wondering, do I want to do a Proverbs and Axioms? The other thing is I could actually use it for healing, which wouldn't be too bad. So yeah, I'm gonna play that. Everyone draws. We got the third Flesh to Iron, which actually is not good news at the moment. So first one is Mainstay. We want him to damage himself. He's going to deal more damage because of his Durasteel Chain. Activate Sentinel Tactics. So I'm just going to put the block now, and that blocks what he can actually do. So for Doc, we're going to have him damage self, which is actually turned into healing, which we can get back to Mainstay. Then we can use his power to heal Idealist. For Wraith, you can damage yourself because you'll use Caligula's form. Yeah, we're gonna trash that imp. So he has 10 cards left. The Relic Spirits are right there. He's run out of stuff, though. That's the only bit of good news. As for Scholar, we can damage ourselves because we will actually block that with Flesh to Iron. And then I can use this for Channel, which will also be blocked. And then I can use that to destroy the Imp. So for Fanatic, she will deal herself 3 damage, but she gets to deal 3. I'd rather heal. And for Night Mist, I believe she'll actually deal herself 4, and I don't have the Tome out, so I'd rather heal. As for her, we can have her damage herself, doesn't really matter. It's only 1 point, and I actually get to deal 2 damage instead. Just be aware I can't hurt any of the relics, I can only hit him. And then we still have 1 power left, we can bring what we need. So we actually need Grace Under Fire because we can spike some of this stuff down. And I'll take it out of the way since I have something to throw away. Grace Under Fire is going to be helpful when the environment fills up with the targets. But meantime, I'm going to do Master of Magic. We will discard 2. So I don't need this or the Call Forth. Actually, what am I left for in terms of relics? 1. Yeah, this isn't going to help us. let's just hit him. So we want to get this to Fanatic so we can get another final dive. And I can actually hit the runes pretty hard with this. Just need to have Mainstay do it. That in turn gives another power. We will have... I think I'm actually done manipulating his deck. The thing is, if he pulls all those demons, he will just keep pulling stuff. It's just the Pugilists you don't really have to worry about. They will hit Scholar, and they actually won't get through his defenses. For Profane Summons... that one's not the one I have to worry about. This is the one. So we'll have Idealist take a swing at him so we can get him low enough. And I'll block. Coordinate Assault. So right here we need to heal Idealist, and then we can actually shut out Matron Urtzi. We'll heal Doc, and we're going to heal Scholar. Or wait, that card isn't... that got destroyed, never mind. False Alarm. By the way, if you didn't notice, Bathory here has Fanatic symbol, so she will deal Nemesis damage to both Fanatic and Apostate if you could redirect her stuff. Out comes Fallen Angel, that heals the freaking relic. Oh well. Astral. And unfortunately this isn't enough to kill the runes, and even if I did, the effigy would just bring them back, so we'll hit him. I may actually want to look into flipping him so that he'll destroy some of the stuff for me. And Enlightenment. And we can redirect this. Now, what kind of AoE damage? Ooh, I can do Blackout. Yeah, I'll just kill the Imp. So out comes the Pugilist, which causes another Profane Summons. There's the Holy Nova. So I could look into doing this again. We'll give her to keep moving and Truth Seeker. So I think I did this wrong last turn. We actually want Medico to hit himself first. give this to Mainstay. Have him heal himself. So if I put this on top of his deck, I just have to watch out for AoE. That's the main thing. And the thing is, if he plays this, he's just going to go to the next card anyway. And we'll trash it. We'll have her heal. And I don't have it out just yet, so... Let's see, I can read... Yeah, we'll do it this way. And we'll get rid of the one Oblivion. Then we can redirect this. We'll start working on this effigy. And I'll take the damage here. This is one of the cards I need, so I can use Oblivion next turn. So we're going to get rid of Mistform and a Planar Banishment. Heedless Lashes will help. There's a new Oblivion for me. So we're going to use Blackout here. If we have Writhe do it, the damage will spread. Now I need to give the imp a little tap. Like, this is the tough part. I'd rather peek at his deck. So if I play this, I'd have to use an ongoing destruction card. I'd rather just trash this and have him cycle through his deck, I think. It'd come out anyway if I don't actually discard it, because he only has demons left. Feast of Flesh, that'll destroy itself. I'd rather have him go after Earthsea. need to start paying attention again here. So these won't do anything anymore. So yeah, we will don't dismiss anything. We'll add a Fanatic. Put the top card into play. Final Dive, which I can use to kill the Pugilist, which I can fling into the other Pugilist. For Scholar, I'm kind of concerned he's going to turn loose here. Well, it gives me cards. And there's the turn loose I was kind of afraid would pop. Night Mist, top card into play, which is Enlightenment. Reveals Mist form. So we're going to discard 2 because it's now amplified. And for the draw 3, we'll give back to her. Sentinels. Positive energy, which won't heal, unfortunately. Apostate will take 1 point of damage. And I could... yeah, we'll do it this way. We'll kill the Pugilist. And now keep in mind this does more damage because of the Unhallowed Halls. I should probably highlight some of these cards since they're kind of new. Non-vampires cannot heal, targets cannot deal radiant damage, and all infernal damage is increased by 1. And Channel is infernal if you didn't notice. So now he's exposed. So I want to look into things that are single target nukes to whittle him down. Here we have to use planar banishment, otherwise we lose to the apocalypse. Yeah, I'll discard. Get rid of Scouring Mists and Mists of Time. We will redirect that into him. And then we'll destroy the apocalypse. Now I'm going to use this to try to fish out another planar banishment. Sweet. I want to get this to Fanatic. Final Dive. Unfortunately, that's pretty bad because unless the environment is going to give me something, I could, like, hit Fico, maybe? I'm not really going to have anything to throw. So I can have Idealist deal a bunch of guys 3. Or I can use this for 6. I'd rather do the 3s. So you want Idealist to deal that damage? First one into Apostate, of course. Which we'll use for a telekinetic jab into Apostate. And then we'll hit... I don't know what exactly is saying Fuel Pet. Well, he'll have 3, that'll work. So we want to trash this thing. It's going to pull out the relics from his deck. That's one of the worst cards for him to get. And then this doesn't work anymore. Infecting an air. That's going to go for the freaking relic spirit. If I could have willed him down a little bit more, it would have went for him, and I could definitely kill him. Let's see what he plays. He's going to heal every relic. It's gonna suck to be a mainstay in a second. So we'll get rid of Master of Magic and the Star Shield Necklace to send this right back into him. So, we'll use Final Dive, destroys Fico, which we can throw into him for the win. So yeah, there were a few moments where I kind of got distracted. We can see it's not too hard. It's just a little bit on the time-consuming side, depending on what exactly he pulls. But that's the challenge for you. I'm gonna call it quits here at the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.